Imagine a world where the magic of Disney was nestled in the heart of the Big Easy, New Orleans. Yes, you heard it right. There are rumors Walt Disney himself considered New Orleans as the location for Disney World. This isn't just a complete fanciful notion. It's a slice of possible history that teeters on the edge of reality and rumor. Picture the excitement of Disneyland with its enchanting princesses and thrilling rides set against the backdrop of New Orleans' vibrant culture and jazz-filled streets. That was the vision that Walt Disney, the man behind the mouse, once held in his mind's eye. Walt Disney was no stranger to the charm of New Orleans. He was captivated by the city's unique blend of culture, history, and music. The city's lively spirit, embodied in its jazz music, Mardi Gras parades, and Creole cuisine, held a special place in Disney's heart. The rumors suggest that Disney's love for the city was so profound that he planned to bring his magical kingdom to New Orleans. Imagine Mickey Mouse sharing a stage with jazz musicians and princesses parading down Bourbon Street. But why New Orleans? The city's historic architecture, its vibrant art scene, and its rich cultural heritage made it a compelling choice. Disney saw potential in the city's unique character, seeing it as a canvas on which he could paint his magical world. The rumor has stirred the imagination of many, sparking questions and what-ifs. What would Disney World look like if it were in New Orleans? How would the city's culture have influenced the park's design and experiences? However, as we know, Disney World ultimately found its home in sunny Florida, a decision that was influenced by various factors. But the idea of a Disney World in New Orleans remains a fascinating piece of Disney lore, a tantalizing glimpse of what could have been. It's an intriguing thought, isn't it? What if I told you that the Disney World we know today, with its iconic Cinderella castle, could have been nestled among the colorful streets of New Orleans? That is a far more exaggerated version of the story, as most of the rumors tend to say Walt was looking in the area where the former Six Flags theme park currently sits abandoned since Hurricane Katrina, as it slowly falls apart from years of neglect. The rumors and legends of the alleged contest between Florida and New Orleans for Disney World tend to blame the famous corruption of Louisiana and New Orleans politicians for the loss of Disney World. Some accounts proclaim that Walt Disney, when alone with politicians in Louisiana, found that these political creatures always demanded bribes from him to support any Disney projects. Florida, on the other hand, seemed to appeal more to the businessman nature of Walt, as they offered a more honest and direct form of negotiation that also offered far more appealing terms than any that had been offered in Louisiana. Walt Disney's ultimate choice wasn't solely based on pragmatism like cooperation, hurricanes, and incentives. Walt, being a storyteller in his heart, was fascinated by Florida's untamed wilderness and the vast open areas awaiting to be transmuted into the magical world of his dreams. In a nutshell, Florida provided a clear slate, allowing Disney the liberty to sculpt his magic kingdom in the exact manner he envisioned. Did you know that Walt Disney's daughter, Diane Disney, was instrumental in the creation of Disney World? Often overlooked, Diane was a beacon of inspiration for her father. Her enchantment with his magic kingdom deeply influenced Walt's decision to create a larger, more expansive world of Disney. Diane's influence was subtle yet impactful. As a child, she was enthralled by the characters and stories her father brought to life. Her fascination was a constant reminder to Walt of the joy and wonder his creations could inspire in children around the world. This was a driving force behind Walt's desire to create a place where this magic could be experienced firsthand. Diane's role extended beyond being just the muse. She was also a confidant and sounding board for her father. Walt Disney, a visionary with grand ideas, often found solace in discussing his plans with Diane. Her insights and enthusiasm provided him with the reassurance and motivation he needed to pursue his ambitious project. But perhaps the most significant contribution Diane made was her unwavering support for her father's dream. She believed in the possibility of Disney World even when others doubted its feasibility. Her faith in her father's vision played a crucial role in propelling him forward despite the numerous challenges he faced. Diane's influence on her father was profound. It was she who inspired him to dream bigger, to create something that was not just a theme park but a world of its own. Without her, Disney World may have remained just a dream. Diane Disney, an unsung hero in the Disney saga, was pivotal in shaping the Disney World we know and love today. Her influence, though often understated, is woven into the very fabric of the Magic Kingdom. So the next time you set foot in Disney World, take a moment to acknowledge the woman who helped make it all possible. So if you are enjoying this story, go ahead and destroy that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The decision to build Disney World in Florida wasn't just about finding the perfect location for a theme park. It had significant economic implications. When Walt Disney chose the Sunshine State over the Big Easy, he didn't just set the stage for a magical kingdom of fun and fantasy. He also ignited an economic boom that would transform Orlando into a global destination. Disney's decision to plant roots in Florida was like a fairy godmother's spell, casting an enchanting wave of prosperity across the region. Before the arrival of Disney World, Orlando was a sleepy city known more for its citrus groves than its tourist attractions. But the magic of Disney transformed it into a bustling metropolis teeming with visitors from around the world. The effect on the local economy was nothing short of phenomenal. The tourism industry skyrocketed, creating thousands of jobs and injecting billions of dollars into the local economy. Hotels, restaurants, and other businesses sprung up like mushrooms after a rain, each one contributing to the city's economic growth. Meanwhile, New Orleans, the city that might have been home to Disney World, was left to watch from the sidelines. While it continued to charm visitors with its unique culture, jazz music, and Creole cuisine, it didn't experience the same meteoric rise in tourism that Orlando did. The economic impact of Disney's decision was clear. Orlando soared, while New Orleans maintained a steady but slower pace. But the ripple effects of Disney's decision extended beyond the local economy. By choosing Florida, Disney helped to put the state on the global map. Today, Disney World is one of the most recognized landmarks in the world, attracting millions of visitors each year. It's a testament to the power of a single choice and how it can shape the fortunes of a city, a state, and even an entire country. Disney World forever changed the landscape of Florida, boosting its tourism industry and putting Orlando on the global map. After considering all these factors, why did Walt Disney ultimately choose Orlando, Florida over New Orleans? Well, the answer lies in a combination of a few key components. First, Orlando was further inland, which presented a more favorable climate with fewer hurricane threats compared to New Orleans. This, in turn, offered a more stable environment for the large-scale project Disney envisioned. Secondly, Florida's officials extended a warm welcome to Disney, offering incentives that made the prospect of building in Orlando more attractive. These incentives included tax breaks and the promise of cooperation, which were a stark contrast to the demands presented by Louisiana. last but not least was the influence of Walt Disney's daughter, Diane. Her dream of a theme park that families, including adults, could enjoy was a driving force behind Disney's decision. Her vision aligned with the wide open spaces that Florida had to offer, allowing for the creation of the diverse range of attractions that Disney World is known for today. That, my friends, is the story of how Disney World found its home in Florida, forever changing the face of the Sunshine State. Thanks so much to everybody in this video, and thanks so much to all of you out there for tuning into this video, most especially to my Patreons. Now, if you would so kindly go ahead and share this video with any of your friends and contacts that would enjoy it, because that would really help the channel.
Nolan Janet here, and thanks so much for watching, and just go ahead and destroy this video right here to keep up with the fun.